Okay, I'm not going to lie here. We're heading into my favorite weekend of the whole year.
I know this.
I've been waiting. This is marked on my calendar. I'm a huge country music fan, of course. You know how lucky we are to have one of the best free country music festivals in the entire country right here.
Free. Free. The best part, yes. In just 2 days, the B-93 Birthday Bash will take over the US 131 Motorsports Park in Martin for a weekend, not a day, not an afternoon, but a weekend of country fun.
That's right. He's not wearing boots or a hat, but Doug Montgomery is the operation manager of B-93, and you're here with us today to give our viewers and your listeners the lowdown.
It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping the weather cooperates, and sounds like we're going to be in pretty good shape. I'm going to hold you to that, too.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Well, she'll probably be there, so you can totally hold her accountable.
I'm actually working part of the weekend just to make sure that we hold down the fort here, because it really looks as though we're going to have a really nice weekend. You've run the gamut, everything from heat index values over 100 degrees to even some cool temperatures this weekend back into the 80s.
Yeah, the big thing we recommend, because we could have some sunshine, is sunscreen, drink lots of liquids, stay hydrated, there's water available. Get there early. Parking begins at 8 a.m. If you don't want to wait in line, you can go get reserve tickets now. There's a link on our website at b93.com, and that way you can get around a lot of the waiting. You can also get parking passes in advance if you go out to one of our remote broadcasts this afternoon or tomorrow.
That's really a nice thing, nice feature.
So you're 2 years at this location, the Motor Park, there on 131. And for those, I'm sure you have a lot of veterans that are coming back to the event, but for those that have not been there before, do you have a description of what the B-93 Birthday Bash experience is like?
It's a party with about 50 to 60,000 of our closest friends. Get there early. Wow. There are some reserve tickets available for reserve seats up front. You also can bring in a blanket. You know, the bag chairs work very well. There's a whole section for bag chair area, as you can see in the show. Bring your camera. You'll certainly want to get to take pictures. We can't allow video, but you can take still pictures, and that is a popular feature. There's a photo lane right in front of the stage, so you can get up front to take great pictures.
You know what I love about the Birthday Bash is that, you know, you talk about the best of the best. I mean, Tim McGraw performed at the Birthday Bash back in the early days before he was a superstar. You've had really the who's who of country music. You guys are great at identifying young, new talent, including some West Michigan.
To think Frankie Ballard, this kid that we met from Battle Creek, would become the big star that he's become is really kind of, it's awesome. We had Frankie in a battle of the bands, and some of the other bands got mad because Frankie won and they don't understand it. And then he's gone on to have so much national success. It kind of vindicates us in that little deal, but it's kind of funny to see the kid from Battle Creek making it big. And all across the country, as I talk to other guys who run radio stations saying, hey, have you ever heard of this Frankie Ballard guy? Well, better
We discovered him.
Exactly.
He's really good. Ty Stone is from the Detroit area, so we've got some Michigan talent as part of this. And
yeah, we've had both of them on our show.
Yeah, talented. Yeah, wonderful people. You know, just super great. Brian Laurenti and the Usual Suspects. They've been on 8 West before too. We know we've got some talented people here.
So this is a lineup, but this is just scratching the surface of what you're going to experience at the Birthday Bash.
It is. It's nice because the listeners are really good to each other. It's a sense of community. We do this for our B93 listener family. We have a nice tradition of trying to provide an atmosphere where everybody can be friendly together. This is not some crazy, you know, ride like Vancouver or something.
Right. You know, and it really is. It's that I think it's just the whole country music. You know, I think it's a genre where people just are respectful, pay attention to, you know, God, family, country, you know, all that stuff. And it really is a wonderful, for having 50 to 60,000 people, very few problems.
And one of the great things is that there's an autograph tent. So a lot of the acts that are, particularly the new up-and-coming acts, they want to meet the audience. So they'll sit out and they will sign autographs for hours at a time. And it gives our listeners the chance to come out and get their autographs when they're on their way up. So if you say maybe you saw Sugarland 5-10 years ago when we had Sugarland on their way up, now you have their autograph. I mean, we've had Rascal Flatts, Jason Aldean, Tim McGraw. A lot of the acts that are huge today were baby acts at one point at the B93 Birthday Bash.
Okay, so you sold the people, they're going to go put it on their calendar for this weekend. Do you have some recommendations of what people should do and expect? You had mentioned water, you know, that kind of thing if you want to bring something to sit down, but other things about like no pets, What about kids and things like that?
You know, for the really little, you know, the infants, the 1 or 2 year olds, maybe that's a good time to go to grandma's house. And it gets hot out there when you're there for a lengthy period. The first acts go on around 11:30, and the last act will get done around 9-ish. So that makes for a long day for the really little ones. So maybe that's a good time to go see grandma's. Get there early. Parking begins at 8 a.m. You need to have a ticket to get in. You can get them all throughout West Michigan tomorrow at all the subway locations, and you can get details at B-93.com on how you can get reserved tickets.
That is really great, and it just shows you the longevity here. This is the 19th birthday bash.
19, yes.
That's incredible. I was
That is
pregnant
really
with
cool.
Jacqueline the year you guys went on the air. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. We
Thank
know
you.
it's going to be hit again. Just hoping for that great weather.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I'm working.
We'll be right back, everyone. Stay with us.
That's West.